will be needing it.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, here we're gonna be jumping it off here. As you can see, this is gonna be a really tough battle here between both these teams. As you can see, this is gonna be the tournament lives here, game number 3, and the loser will be out of the tournament here, as the winner will advance for another match later on by the end of today. But as of now, let's take a look here, because Geek Fam, they are gonna be, well, taking chill pill here. Art's gonna be up top. Sana is gonna be taking chill pill as well. He's gonna do a little bit of damage here. So Art's gonna be taking a lot more damage here. Unable to secure himself some stacks for the regen, but it's still gonna be enough. He forces the regen himself here. Meanwhile, Geek Fam, they are gonna be playing a little bit aggressive here, as Rumpel off the minimap tries to contest the red buff.
It's definitely really unideal for Rumble to really try to contest it with the Helios as well, because you must also understand the fact that KZP did an amazing job as really starting that red buff. But they're literally going to be buying a little bit more time, allowing LY4 to go and clear that red buff, because he wants to hit that level 4 as fast as possible, because that is literally when's Harry prime time moment here. And Art's going to be hitting that level 3 soon. But look at the jungle division coming towards the bottom lane on top of the minimap as well. We see the rotation coming in. There's also a lot of amount of control and early news coming from the side here of Resurgence. So, well, how's he going to be coming up with this 3v3? All depends on the positioning and the catch coming from one of these two teams. But Crab's going to be safely secured by Ars as well.
Yep. Meanwhile, they are going to be trading a little bit more here, because on the bottom lane, we do see First Blood already available here. As you can see, Resurgence, they do get 1 kill off the bat.
I mean, it's a really well picked off kill as well. It's actually, honestly, it's actually expected as well, because Rumpel or Helios in this case doesn't really have that much mobility, and he doesn't really have that ultimate as well. And if we just talk about if we're talking about just like early level contention between both of these 3 heroes, then Resurgence has it a little bit more better compared to the amount of nukes here. Anyway, Jason coming in with the win, they're gonna be easily and with ease clear out that minion waves for himself towards his mid lane and gonna be able to get that levels. KZB constantly roaming around, rolling around, and instantly finds out, goes for the connection. Oh, Sana gets a little bit too much damage, but a rotation coming from KZB, and the hammer down by Sana with the flicker instantly cuts Zor down to size. Although it is gonna be the trade-off for 1-for-1, but I think the pickoff is a little bit better for Resurgence, and not only was he able to pick up Zon, but even also Raveki at the bottom lane, and probably even more as Dominus has no choice but to run away, but he has his own personal passes, so he'll eventually heal back.
Yeah, the power of the box here just negate half of the HP gain back here from side Dominus here, so Dominus will not be able to be extremely aggressive as he ought to be here. So this is where the box here will shine a lot against this Kadita. Meanwhile, Resurgence, they are going to be in the lead here with a 3-kill lead, as well as a 1.2k gold economy lead. Meanwhile, LY4 is going to be looking his aggression here, as he's going to be taking the turtle here, and the triple buff set up to try and snowball the way through is going to be the key component here coming from Resurgence. Meanwhile, Geek Fam, Ozorovaki, he's just hit his 4. He's going to be playing on the mid lane here. As you can see, the turtle will be up for contested here. And like I said, Yololi, we know that they are going to be playing a little bit safe here. Meanwhile, Dominus, they do catch a pick off here. Sana going to be taking a little bit more damage here, but he's going to get surrounded. But at the same time, he bought a little bit time here for the rest of the team. So Zorovaki will plop the Blazing the weight as well to actually clear the creep wave down middle.
Really great picked up as well as the rotation coming for the side here of Geek Fam. But Resurgence, they're definitely trying to plan to end this game as fast as possible, especially towards this mid game as well. Because Claw or Zorovaki in this case needs to farm, and he only really scales towards or really hit that spice once he hit at least 3 or 4 that item. But anyway, Zorovaki once again gets catch. He has the battle mirror image and doesn't really have that purify either. Easily has to rotate back, and but beautiful assist coming in from Dominus. He will, and each of the members of Geek Fam will be able to get out of that situation alive.
Yeah, great knock up there coming with the Kadita Torrent as well, and because of that, that's going to force Resurgence to actually disengage from that fight. Meanwhile, Sing is going to try and apply the pressure down bottom here. Zon is going to have a 1v1 against him, and this is going to be a rematch from game number 1, and Sing is not too happy about this here. As Sing, you can see, he's going to go for the aggression here. Zon does not have the red buff, so there's nothing too much to fear here. Sing going to try and get a little bit more farm. Meanwhile, middle lane, KZP, they do get a catch here, and Ozorovaki will get mowed down. Rumpel try to go for the disengage, and the Glorious Pathway not going to be in time, and they will take him down, and that's going to be opening here from Resurgence to contest the bottom tower as well as the red buff here. As you can see, Zord going to be taking a little bit more damage here. He's taking so much. Tempest Blade to try sniping off. Retribution not going to be enough, but KZP will catch him as well, and that's going to be Zorn down in the process.
Woo-wee! Baby, let's talk about analysis right now. So what happened in the mid lane was that the fact that they actually made Ozorowski bait out the battle mirror image and the positioning. Dom, we saw our dear friend Jason positioning towards the front end. We saw KCP at the last side as well. There was no way for him to run. By the way, beautiful knockout coming for Dominance as well. LY4 pops his armor for himself, but he's still able to survive the onslaught instantly with the synchro vision. Will secure a beautiful kill for his team and himself.
Oh, nice attempt there coming from Dominus here. Unfortunately, the turtle buff shield was a little bit too much here as LY4 was able to out-tank the initial burst. And because of that, that's going to be an easy picking here as Resurgence. They are going to retaliate very, very aggressively here with LY4 playing full-fledged aggression. Meanwhile, Sana does have 2 stacks available. Ars tries to make a play. Zorn forced to try and join this fight rather early with no red buff whatsoever. And now he's forced to back off as Resurgence. They're trying to pressure the middle lane here and try and take the middle tower in this process.
Dude, just that one pickup alone and the aggression coming from Resurgence is totally well played. By the way, here comes the Glorious Panther going to be dropped down as well. But Jason positioning himself so well, even dropping down the Windstone just to try to zone them out. Even Dominus, no choice but to commit the rough ways just to escape out of that fight. They thought they had the control, but Resurgence had the position.
Yeah, meanwhile, bottom lane here, we do see Zorn struggling to actually meet ends meet here against Sync as they are going to be swapping out Ozorowski trying to contest bottom here. And this is not looking good for the 2 cores from side of Geek Fam. A little bit too greedy, but at the same time, Resurgence, they know their timings. They're going to go for aggression here. Middle tower, can they hold on? No, they cannot. Look at this. LY4 slowly chucking a huge chunk here, and Jason tries to go for the catch, and Rumple will force to back out with half HP back here as Resurgence, once again, they're contesting the red buff here. And we know, Geek Fam, they both need it. Sync already setting up for the rotation as well, as it's going to be the second tier 2 taken out as well. And Geek Fam now in some trouble. Dominus catches LY4, but where's the follow-up from Geek Fam? There's none there.
I mean, there's no choice because right now Resurgence, the reason why they're so aggressive right now is because of the fact that Geek Fam, it takes time for them to really scale. It takes time for them to bring on the damage. Although, yes, finally, Ozorowski getting the Demon Hunter Sword, but it's still not enough. He's literally, I'm talking about 3 levels behind right now as he hits level 8. And now Ozorowski gets caught by Sync once again. No choice but to commit the Battle Mirror image. Has to run. Rumple cannot really keep up with the pace, with the Helios. Yes, I agree. Glorious Pathway, great team fight skill, but your team damage a little bit too far behind. You cannot match up with the aggression coming up from Resurgence.
Yep, speaking of aggression, here's Zorn going for the bait. Tempest bait being expended here, but now RSC, they're throwing all their baskets in. Sana going to be surviving from the Revitalize here, but Arts not going to be able to retaliate here as Rumples and Arts has no damage whatsoever, and both the cores from the side of Geek Fam are going to turn tail here, try and farm their way through. As you can see, Ozorowski going to be on the bottom side here, trying to get a little bit more farm from the side of Geek Fam. Meanwhile, Resurgence are slowly but surely chucking away of every tower available in their hands.
Okay, this is where the part where Geek Fam slowly figure out the fact, like, guys, we cannot engage any of this fight. One, because not only are we lacking in levels and items, but also at the fact that we have no one that can like instantly get to the backline compared to the side here of Resurgence here. Yes, Zone can jump to the backline, but who is there to really assist him here? Rumple may not be enough because we're talking about a lot of damage being outputted both from LY4 and Jason.
Yep, speaking of which here, Resurgence, they are having the most comfortable time of their lives here as they've got so much map control in this team fight. They have constant pressure away as well, and as you can see, Geek Fam, they are going to be in some trouble, but at the same time, they have to call in Arts to buy a little bit more time. We know how aggressive Uranus can be in these kind of situations here. We know that they need to buy time for Ozorowski. In this case, look at the items here. Demon Hunter Sword already available here, looking for the Golden Staff on Ozorowski, and this is where he will start to hit hard.
He really hits hard indeed. By the way, here comes Ozorowski coming with the Blazing Duet. And Sana is giving so much information as well, telling the whole thing that Ozorowski is currently at the bottom lane. No Blazing Duet as well. Now instantly you can see Resurgence applying even more pressure as they clear that top tier 2. And they know that Ozorowski would not be here to defend this top tier inhibitor. But look at the amount of damage from the Windstone on Jason. Instantly blows them all away. Rumple trying his best. He goes in with the Ring of Order and Punishment, but it's still not going to be enough. He managed to get a beautiful kill, but Zone so low, and he still survived. But with the cost of the taunt inhibitor, and I think the trade is a little bit more favorable in the hands of Resurgence.
Oh, that was a close call there from inside the Geek Fam. Meanwhile, a huge one coming from Jason with the blow up. Meanwhile, Geek Fam, they're trying to buy time, but at the same time, was it worth it to lose the tier 3 up top? Meanwhile, Zoroveki, it's all up to Geek Fam. So Zoroveki, if he wants to make a comeback here, but however, Resurgence, they're continue with the lead here. 10 seconds on the Lord, and this is going to be the potential final fights here. The red buff is going to be the crucial moment for Geek Fam. Zor, he's going to get focused down. KCP goes in for fight. The Tempest Blade is there. Sana will force the flicker as well. And Geek Fam, they have to run. They have to go for the disengage here. And LY4 will go in for the wraparound. They take down Dominus. As you can see, Resurgence, they're asserting dominance. They're throwing first game. They're making the comeback. And this is game 3. They want to close things out here.
I can tell you this in this entire game is whether LY4 constantly dancing his way towards literally to victory here, or Jason is constantly blowing away the competition. But even here comes Sing with the Black Dragon, constantly pushing them back. Literally, Zoroveki stuck in between of the center of the storm, gets burst down by Jason instantly. There's the double kill. There's the Tempest of Blade. Zorn trying to run for his life, but it's not going to be good enough. Dominus go for the retaliation back. Part the wrong ways, only able to get Sing, but that's not going to be good enough because LY4 still alive, still a danger alive, and Jason's going to be getting his ultimate off soon. Ars trying his best to go for the backline, but here comes Jason once again, blowing away and fanning away the competition and the flames of victory for Resurgence as they take all the inhibitors, catches Dominance once again, and now they prepare to pick up more members as they go for the clutch here.
Oh no, Geek Fam is gonna lose all their turrets here. This is gonna be their tournament lives, but Resurgence, but at the same time, they're going to respect this here. They took all the inhibitors. They do not want to overcommit in this fight. Zorn is gonna be back in 5 seconds here, but they will back off to buy a little bit more time, and they will play the safe card. They are gonna focus on the Lord, but in the meantime here, Resurgence, they're setting up a trap. They want to pick Zoroveki one more time here, and Zoroveki, we know he's gonna be the saving grace from side of Geek Fam, but this is really, really tough. But at the same time, Zorn is gonna get caught out. Tempest Blade is there. He will disengage, but at the same time, the blue buff will be conceded here, and Geek Fam, that was a close call for them. However, the Lord is gonna be grabbed up here. As you can see, the Lord is gonna make ends meet here as Resurgence is gonna close out the game with this Lord.
Oh man, really, really great stuff here. But anyway, Rumble gonna be dropping down the glorious pathway in the hopes that this team will be able to steal it. Zone trying to find an opening for himself, but KCP and Sana keeping Zone in check. He's no choice. He drops the Tempest of Blade. Does he see the Lord? But the Lord easily safely secure with the Retribution on LY4. Black Dragon then swamps Zone. Zone is dead. Rumble is dead. Also, Raveki, he doesn't have Purify. And here goes another member as Sing is on a madhouse as he constantly slaughtered them around. He's the Black Dragon King, baby. And also Raveki all alone. And Jason trying to blow away any hopes of a Zoroveki. Winston connects, does a lot of damage, but it's not going to be needed as Resurgence close game number 3.
Well, my oh my.